Go.
Yeah, so the two genres I'll be analysing is romance and action-packed films. And this video I've done was just a brief introduction. The two genres I'll be analysing will be romance and action-packed films. When analysing the two films, it is clearly obvious that their coding conventions are different, on which a number of different trailers such as The Notebook, Dear John, Bad Boys and Taken, it is clear that what makes a romantic film is the close relationship which the actors have in the movie, which in some cases create a very physical or emotional bond between audiences or the characters, whereby the audience feel the connection and a sense of attachment. However, action-packed movies is very fast-paced, loud and dramatic, and the dramatic scenes draw to the audience which involve a lot of violence. The first film I analysed was The Notebook, and the very soft lighting captures the audience as the couple look mesmerising and immediately becomes a couple that everyone would love to become. And this is just a couple of screenshots that I took, and as you can see, the two characters share a very close moment defining the romantic relationship they share with each other. There also tends to be a lot of close-up shots in romantic films, as it tends to focus on the actors or actresses' emotions and how this may portray in the film. And this is the trailer.
It was a magical summer. Noah was a country boy. Allie was from the city. They met the night of the carnival. They had nothing in common. But after seeing Allie that night, something inside Noah snapped.
Where you go? No. Damn, my hand's slipping.
Okay, fine. I'll go out with you.
Don't do me any favors.
No, I want you.
Say it again.
I want to go out with you.
All right, we'll go on.
They fell in love, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
You want to dance with me?
Sure. This is a good story. I think I've heard it before.
It's like a dream.
So what do you do, Noah?
I work at the lumber yard.
How much do you make at your job?
40 cents an hour.
It has got to stop.
Noah?
He's a nice boy, but he is not for you.
I see how it's gonna work.
You won't have to see him anymore, and that's fine.
From the best-selling novel by Nicholas Sparks
Oh, miss. How's about that date?
comes a story
It's normal not to forget your first love, but only for myself.
about what we long for,
I saw your picture in the paper, and I just wanted to see if you were okay.
what we settle for,
I have a fiance waiting for me.
What happened? Who did you choose?
and who we're meant for.
Why didn't you write me? I waited for you for 7 years.
I wrote you every day for a year.
New Line Cinema presents Ryan Gosling, Rachel McAdams, James Garner, Jenna Rollins, James Marsden with Sam Shepard and Joan Allen in a Nick Cassavetes film.
I read to her, and she remembers.
The Notebook.
The costumes I'll be talking about. When exploring romantic films, I found out that costumes play a huge part in creating a certain character, so that they can stand out to the audience with the main characters. Each romantic film is set in a decade, whether it be in the 1920s or in the millennium year. They each have to portray the look in the film. The costumes in Titanic represents the fashion in the 20th century and how grand and exquisite people at that time was actually portrayed. There are a few similarities regarding the poster of the romantic films. Each have a very subtle look in which would immediately draw the audience's attention. The lighting is soft and both actors or actresses are caught up in a very magical moment. Romantic films seem to trigger off a very emotional and mental state towards the audience as they witness something filled with passion, emotion and affection. Romantic films seem to have the actresses or actors who are perceived as the public sweethearts and who are adored by many. A great example of this is Titanic's Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. The next genre I'll be analysing is action.
We did some of it.
Well, I was at a family barbecue.
Since 9/11, we've gone high-tech over the water, so the dope runners have gone low. The biggest shipment on record is coming in tonight, and we want to know who's behind it. What will go wrong with that?
With you alone, I can't be in a gunfight every day.
We just want to talk. You want to talk? Oh, God. I can't hear you because they're still shooting at you. You all right, man?
Bullets, man.
You didn't tell Marcus about us.
No.
Like he's my brother, okay? Don't be scared.
Whoa, hey, I ain't saying I was scared. Just something wrong with your brother.
Why did you notice when we left, everybody was dead?
No, we didn't come one, dude. This has got to be the worst, most emotional cop week of my life. Yeah, it's been a little rough.
The United States does not negotiate with hostage takers.
This is not just a situation. It's my sister.
I don't want to know what you guys are cooking up.
We ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life.
Are perceived as being very different by the use of weaponry and facial and body language. Almost every action film contains police, detectives, FBI, spies, assassins, and etc. Therefore, this is one of the most obvious codes and conventions displayed in action films. Weapons are also a very significant prop in action movies as it displays the attitude of the film. Stunts are also a very important part in an action film, hence why it is called an action film, not a romantic film. Film companies usually spend hundreds of millions of dollars or pounds in order to portray the use of action and drama in their films, which is seen in the trailers. Fast-paced editing, aggressive voiceover, weapons and stunts make action movie trailer. The use of stunts and props. In action movies, props and stunts are one of the main ingredients to a hugely successful action movie. When doing research, it is obvious that the most action involved is the use of weapons and etc. These two film posters have nearly the same connections as the other action film posters I observed. The lighting is very dark in conjunction to romantic films. Actors or actresses are mostly seen with a weapon with them, which signifies a sense of security and violence. That's it.
So, thank you.